welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League. Madden Football is the home of the Super Bowl, and this historic matchup is brought to you by EA Sports. It's the New England Patriots and the Seattle Seahawks, and it comes your way next.
It has been a season of ups and downs, twists and turns. It all comes to a conclusion here tonight as we welcome you on this February night to the Caesars Superdome in New Orleans. This is Super Bowl 59. Coming up, a battle here in the NFL playoffs. It's the AFC champion New England Patriots and the champions of the NFC, the Seattle Seahawks. Around the globe, wherever you are, thanks for having us in. Mike Tirico with Greg Olson, our first Super Bowl together partner. It has been an unpredictable 2024 season, and it all culminates in an unpredictable place, New Orleans, Louisiana.
This is certainly the signature sports moment of the calendar year, Mike, and for the two of us to be able to sit up here together and watch it unfold in real time, it's pretty special, and you just keep thinking all week, who's going to be that breakout player? What's going to be that signature drive or play that decides the outcome of this game? There's been some special moments over the years on these Super Bowl Sundays, and I know you and I are excited when this thing gets kicked off to see if we have another one in store.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Throwing right away, it's May. He's got his man, Kayshon Boutte. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's a 2nd and 6. Now, May will set up the screen for Gibson. He'll be out of bounds, but after picking up the first down on a gain of 7.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
He'll find his man. That's Kendrick Bourne.
Well, it goes without saying. You want to play wide receiver in the NFL, Mike, how well can you change directions? How fast can you get your body from one direction to another? And when you can cut like this guy, I'm not sure how you guard him.
An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. Off the play fake, here's May. Open man, Demario Douglas. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
There's this misconception out there, Mike, that in the NFL, you have to run the same amount of run plays as you do pass plays. And as you're seeing in this drive, you can fall on one side of that coin a little bit more as long as you're able to remain effective and efficient. So far, their passing game has dominated here early, and that last pickup leads to a first down.
Here's May again. Open man there, it is Bourne. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter. So after 1 here in Super Bowl 59, nothing yet on the scoreboard. More from New Orleans after this. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. To throw again is May. Hauled in by the tight end, Henry. And he will get into the end zone. Hunter Henry. Touchdown, Patriots. That opens the scoring here in Super Bowl 59.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. Two guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
Joey Sly on now for the point after. It's up and through. And the Patriots will take a 7-0 lead. Following the touchdown, here's Sly to kick it away. This is fielded inside the 5. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Here comes the Seattle offense to take over for the first time. And leading them, Greg, the veteran out of West Virginia, it's Geno Smith.
He admitted to us the other day, Mike, that he's started to feel a little anxious as game day approached, and I think that's normal. Winning the NFC, that's one thing. But this is the type of stage that can take your legacy to a whole nother level if you're able to come out on top. But in order to make that happen, he's going to have to put those nerves behind him as soon as possible. The last thing you want to do is put yourself in an early hole because you just couldn't settle down. If he's able to remain calm, play his game, his team's going to have a great chance to end this night as world champs.
The tight end Fant in motion. Once again, it's Walker. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. Two minutes remain. First half in a 7-0 game. We're back to New Orleans and Super Bowl 59 after this. From the gun, it's Geno. He'll try and get there, carrying that ball loosely, and it is out. One of the Patriots has it. The quarterback was on the move, starting to gain some yards, but then he lost the ball. And the fumble's recovered by the defense.
And early on, Mike, it was actually a really good job by the quarterback, extending that play, getting some positive yards with his legs, but he decided not to slide and give himself up. He takes that hit, loses the ball, and now the defense takes over.
The Patriots offense and Drake May making their way back out. They'll have a short field, looking to build on the lead. On 1st and 10, here's May. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least, it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's got to be a gotta-have-it best play call.
Remember, he had the touchdown on the opening drive, and here on drive 2, he gets a 1st down with that catch. Operating from the shotgun, it's May. He's found his receiver, Butte. And he's going to be brought down just outside the 10-yard line.
This is clinic tape for any young wide receiver out there watching this guy run routes. He has the defender thinking everything is a go ball. Attack him vertically, and then when you get to your route depth, you stick that foot in the ground, you break in, ball's on time, results in a nice 1st down pickup. Nice job here by the defense. Did a good job just covering up everything for the most part. So once this ball was caught, really didn't have much of a choice but to just head out of bounds and pick up a modest gain.
May to the air once more. They'll try to set up the screen here. And he's into the end zone. Antonio Gibson. Touchdown, New England. Out comes Sly for the extra point. He's got it. And the Pats move out on top, 14-0. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Seahawks offense ready to take over as we check out the playoff race in the NFC. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Play action now. It's Geno. Now he'll run. Now Seattle going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go until halftime. On first down, here's Geno to throw. Timeout Seahawks. That is their second as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in the opening half. On second down, Smith. Now he'll run it. Now a timeout signal for him, and they'll get it with 10 seconds until the break. So they send out Jason Myers for this field goal. This a 48-yard attempt. Myers' kick is good. And the Seahawks get their first points of the game. They trail 14-3.
And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well. You're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
7 seconds, all that remains, till halftime. And the kick is away. Here comes a return from the goal line. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. And they'll elect not to run another play. Instead, just take a knee and take this on into the locker room. So we have reached halftime of Super Bowl 59 here in New Orleans. And for the final time this year, we send it to Jonathan Coachman and the EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Mike, thanks very much. And what a season this has been, and it is nearing a conclusion. You guys enjoy the show out there. We'll get it back out to you two in just a moment. These two teams leaving the tunnel, and we'll head out with them. It's time to send it back over to Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Coach, thank you. Back here on EA Sports as we count down to the kickoff of the second half. 2 quarters left in the NFL season as we decide a champion. Back underway here at the Super Bowl. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Seahawks offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this third quarter. The deficit is double digits, so work to do as they begin this drive with 1st and 10. Taking off.
You know, Mike, nice job here by the quarterback, just understanding on these early downs, you just don't want to go backwards. So he's able to avoid the negative play, pick up a little bit, and mostly avoid the sack.
Here's a 2nd and 9. From the pistol, here's Walker. And this is going to be a Seahawks first down as the tackle's made just shy of the 40.
Second down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a first down.
They'll keep it on the ground and keep it with Walker. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. They run with Walker. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
Coming off that edge, Mike, you have to quickly determine, is this a pass or is it a run? And once he realized it was a run, he's able to shed his blocker, make the play, no gain.
Here's a 3rd down and 4. From the shotgun, Smith. He gets that to his big target, Fant. And he'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this 3rd quarter. 1 quarter remains here in Super Bowl 59. EA Sports back for the 4th from SoFi after this. Here's 1st and 10. Now, Gino. They'll try to set up the screen here with Walker. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
A 2nd down throw for Smith. And this throw batted away and incomplete. Jackson, Smith, and Jigba, the intended receiver. Now it's going to be 3rd down.
He does a fantastic job, Mike, of not only locating the ball in the air, but then attacking it hands on hands. That's exactly something they work on every week in practice. Great job translating those drills into a live game.
Got it with Smith and Jigba. And he's out of bounds, but not until he gets inside the 25-yard line. 23 yards on that pass play. 1st down, Seattle. Working out of the gun, Smith. Over the middle, Smith and Jigba with the grab. Throwing on 2nd down, Smith. That's going to be incomplete. They cannot hook up there. And that takes us to the 2-minute warning. They come to the line for this one. 3rd down, needing 3. They'll drop to throw. Got a man. It's Lockett. And they're going to have enough to convert here. And it sets up 1st and goal.
What an impressive drive this has really been, and it's a combination of big plays and 3rd down conversions. Now after that last 3rd down pickup, it's 1st and goal. They got a chance to finish this really impressive drive and come away with 6.
Here we go. 1st and goal. From the shotgun, it's Smith. This one is hauled in. Are the feet in bounds? Yes! Kenneth Walker. Touchdown, Seahawks.
Well, that was step 1. The offense did their job, get this thing back within 1 possession, so they're still alive, but now they've got to find a way to get a little...
Now remember, all scoring plays are reviewed. Tight game, tight call, They're going to take a good long look at this one. And we'll get a moment here as they look this one over. Remember, the call on the field is what they'll stick with unless they have clear, incontrovertible visual evidence to the contrary. In other words, it's got to be the truth. So, ruled a touchdown originally. They didn't find any reason to overturn it, and it stays on the board. To throw, Smith. Oh, the pressure too much. He goes down.
So they decide to put the ball in the air, which I don't mind on this two-point try, but their execution was just a little bit off, and it's not going to work out in their favor this time around.
A one-score game late, and you figure they got to have this one as they'll try an onside kick.
With the rule changes on kickoff, Mike, it's just so hard to really expect to recover an onside kick nowadays. There's a lot of people pushing for kind of a radical change to this. Hey, can we make it 4th and 15? Offense gets the go. If they convert it, they keep the ball. I'm not sure that ever happens, but we can see here an onside kick, not much of a chance.
The Patriots offense ready to take over possession of the football. They'll begin with great field position, a short field, in fact, as they start with a first down. They'll run it here with Antonio Gibson. They'll take this down to the 43, a short pickup there. Timeout Seahawks, that is their second, and they'll get together prior to this second down play. On the ground, Gibson. And a good run there. Finds the lane, gets forward. Got 8 yards and sets up a much more manageable 3rd and 2. Now Gibson. And they'll finally run him down, but not before he takes it inside the 15.
And this is the point of the game, Mike, where you really can start leaning on your run game and try to close this game out. You've got the lead, you're in the 4th quarter, and they're able to pop off a big run.
On the move at the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. The defense still with all 3 timeouts at their disposal as the quarterback's down to a knee. And the Patriots have done it. They are once again Super Bowl champions. Wow, you talk about a compelling Super Bowl. That's as good as we could ask for, Greg. A struggle, tight till the end, but ultimately, one team had a little bit more, and they are now the champions.
And as in the case in so many Super Bowls, Mike, your entire franchise, and for a lot of these players, their legacies are altered by a play here, a play there. This could have been a totally different outcome, but let's give credit to the champs. They made the plays when they needed, and that's NFL ball, and I'll tell you what, they're going to enjoy this celebration.